Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a camera review of the Nokia 5.1 Plus. So the new Nokia 5.1 Plus comes with a dual camera setup, and this also has a good selfie camera, and this device runs on the Helio P60 octa-core chipset, which is one of the really powerful chipsets in the mid-range segment, and this is coupled with 3GB RAM and 32GB internal storage, and this is under the Android One platform, so that means it has stock Android. Now talking about the camera, so let's first have a look at the hardware offered on the Nokia 5.1 Plus. So the Nokia 5.1 Plus comes with a dual camera. It has a primary 13 megapixel rear camera with f-stop 2.0 aperture and a secondary 5 megapixel camera for depth sensing. There is also an LED flash included for low light photography. So that was the rear camera of the Nokia 5.1 Plus. Now moving on to the front camera. So this device has an 8 megapixel selfie camera with f-stop 2.2 aperture, and there is also screen flash included for low light selfie experience. So let's get started with the detailed camera review. So let's first have a look at the daylight captures taken with the Nokia 5.1 Plus. So looking at the daylight captures, you can see that the colors looks quite okay in the daylight captures. Decent amount of details are included, but the sharpness levels is kind of average. We feel it could have been tad better, especially if you zoom in, you could see some of the images do get blurred out, and the color accuracy is not really great. At times when there is bright sunlight, you could see that the colors do look a bit faded at times, but that doesn't happen all the time, and overall we feel the rear camera performance is quite satisfactory, if not the best in the segment. The dynamic range in the photos also looks quite okay, and there is also the HDR auto mode which you can toggle from the main menu. So that's the daylight captures taken with the Nokia 5.1 Plus. Now looking at the close-up images. So here are the close-up images taken with the Nokia 5.1 Plus, and you could see that there is a decent color quality in the photos, looks pretty good, and crisp details are included, but the sharpness levels could have been tad better here again. But overall we feel for the segment that's 11K price segment, this is definitely decent performance all around. So that was the close-up images. Now looking at the low light samples. So low light photography is in a great strength of the Nokia 5.1 Plus, and you could see that the amount of light entering the sensor is pretty much low, and you could see that they are not really well lit even under artificial lighting, and as a result you could also see noise creeping in. In extreme low light condition you can see a lot of noise creeping in, and not the best experience in this price segment. So low light performance is not a strength of the Nokia 5.1 Plus, and the results are kind of average. Now talking about the portrait mode. So portrait mode does a pretty good job, and you can see that portrait samples are quite vivid and bright enough, and also the edge detection feels quite okay. It may not be sharp in terms of the edge detection, but does a pretty good job overall. Now moving on to the video recording. The rear camera can record videos in 1080p resolution, that's the maximum supported, and there is also EIS support, and you can see that there is EIS does a pretty good job, but at the same time the video quality was strictly average, and you can also see that there is focus hunting issue on the video. So the video recording of the device is kind of average at its best, but this can be improved, and the device does come with EIS support. Now moving on to the selfie camera. So the 8 megapixel selfie camera produces decent results overall, and you can see good details in the photos. Colors are quite okay, but at times when there is bright sunlight, the skin tones do get a bit warmer or reddish in nature, which is definitely not the best experience. But overall the selfie experience is kind of satisfactory for the most part. Now there is also portrait mode available in the selfie camera, and the portrait mode edge detection was not really perfect, and Nokia needs to do a bit more refinement in the edge detection algorithm. So that was the selfie camera. So this is the front-facing camera sample taken with the Nokia 5.1 Plus. It is able to record videos in 720p. There is no full HD recording, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is, and also the audio output from the front-facing camera on the Nokia 5.1 Plus. So summing up, how good is the Nokia 5.1 Plus in terms of the camera department? So Nokia 5.1 Plus camera quality is strictly average. That's what we feel. It could have been a tad better. It's not really consistent. In daylight conditions, it performed quite well, although the sharpness was not that great. The low light performance was kind of average. The portrait mode was pretty good, and edge detection was kind of okay for the price segment. Video recording again was average, and selfie experience was kind of satisfactory at the max. So overall we feel the camera on the Nokia 5.1 Plus is strictly average, not for camera enthusiasts. It's more of a smartphone for people who want a stock Android and great builds and the branding of Nokia. So that was a detailed camera review of the Nokia 5.1 Plus. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. This is Numal signing off. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.